Alright, so we've got 9 tips for a better lead push kick for kickboxing, Muay Thai and Filipino boxing. Let's get into it. Lovely. So we're going to execute the kick first, and the 3 tips I've got for you are knee up, foot out, push with the hips. That's all it is, looking from the front. Knee up, foot out, push with the hips. On the back now. From the side now. Knee up, foot out, push with the hips. Now on a target here. I'm going to be just outside punching range, nicely in eye jab range. And here we are, knee up, foot out, push with the hips. Knee up, foot out, push with the hips. Pretty straightforward, right? This is a good one as well for if your enemy is coming towards you and you want to stop them in their tracks. So you get back swinging, foot out, push with the hips. Don't even necessarily have to have the knee up part there. You can maybe just raise your leg up straight. Nope, not today. So, knee up, foot out, push with the hips is all well and good. But what happens if I overbalance forwards? So problem number 1, overbalancing forwards. Okay, how do we fix this? Because my leg is going out in front of me, something needs to counterbalance on the way back. It might be, actually scratch that, it might be that I want to do this on purpose to set up another shot, to set up a punch or a right round kick or whatever it is. So I go like this and then I kind of land heavy on that side, and then and use my landing momentum to add to that one or to add to my round kick or knee or whatever. But if I don't do it with purpose, it might be that I mess up, my enemy just scoops the kick or whatever and I land too close and they get their follow up, which I don't want. I want to be in control. I want to let them do all the chasing and me do all the action and deciding where the fight's going. So, how are we going to do it? I need to lean my upper body back. So here we are. Problem number 1, this is fun. Falling forwards. I need to lean my upper body back a little bit more. So here. So. As my leg is going out in front of me, my torso is going to go back, and that counterbalances here. So there they are. If you want a little exercise to help with this, if you've got a kitchen countertop or a workbench or a table or something that you can put your feet on, check with your significant other first. Put your feet on it there, resting on there, and then see if you can pick your leg up without falling back onto the table. You'll find that naturally you'll have to lean back, lean back, lean back, lean back, lean back, and there you can pick it up. Again, it's going to work with muscles that help stabilize all that part of the kick. That's problem number 1, falling forwards. Next problem is my opponent catches my kick every time and then counters me. They catch me and then sweep, or they catch and hit me, or whatever it is. They catch my foot and I hate it. It makes me not want to do lead push kick, don't want to teep anymore. So here's the next part. After my extension, transmission, I need to retract safely. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to now actively pull my foot back out again. So knee up, foot out, push with the hips, lean back, pull my foot back, and step down. See, all through that was on balance. So what I'm after here, knee up, foot out, push with hips, pull back, and step down again. On the back. It's a little exaggerated. Pulling that foot back again, almost like I'm stamping through a hole. I'm going to pull my foot back out again, back and out, and then down. Stay on balance all the way through there. It's a really good solo drill to do actually. Is up, stamp out, back and down. Up, stamp out, back and down. You can even try and do as many as you can without putting your foot down on the floor. Okay, as I rep out 500 of these balancing teeps, I just want to add a point that I forgot to mention, which is if you're stabbing your foot in and out on the same line, it makes it much harder to catch and counter, and that's the whole point of this tip. Okay, nice. You'll see. Okay, next problem is I find that I'm off balancing to my right or my left. Do my kick here, nice, but I'm kind of landing a bit side on, not intentionally. Maybe I want to land side on to hit something with a spinning shot, or maybe I'm going here, that's it, but I'm kind of landing open. And I'm not staying directly on there. So this is about what happens with your left arm, part of your upper body. 3 options for this one. I can just keep my guard here and kind of shift my shoulders a little bit to balance. So this is actually the one I personally prefer, but it's going to be entirely up to you. I want you to try all 3 and see which ones you like. So first one, keep your guard where it is. That's it. And even if I do get caught, punch back. I've got something up here. Something up here to deal with it. Next option, the left arm is going to chop forwards towards my enemy. So I get a little rotation there. So right hand still stays pinned, shoulder goes to chin. So this one's a bit weird, takes a bit of getting used to. It helps with the idea of throwing something forwards to throw that force forwards, throw the momentum forwards so that you can then pull it back, and it helps with that balance a little bit. You have to try it to feel it really. That one's okay. Third option, I'm going to swing this left arm back to help push my left shoulder and left hip forwards into the target here. And what I do with the right hand kind of matters. So I'm either going to cover on the opposite side, or I'm going to stay covered on the same side because my shoulder covers my chin here. I'm not a big fan of this one. It makes me feel overexposed, but other people do it and they have success with it. So nice one, guys. Turned into a chop. I'll try the swing again. So yeah, see, my targeting's off now. That's why the bag's gone around. Yeah, it just feels awkward to me. Feels like I'm way too open. If it works for you, nice. Try it out. There we go. Problems 1, 2, and 3. So now, so what's points 7, 8, and 9? I hear you wondering. Well, I'm glad you asked. These last 3 points are about bridging a bigger distance and generating a little more power by using the supporting leg a little more. So they're kind of built into push with the hips. If I go knee up, foot out, push with the hips, if I leave my supporting foot pointing the same way, there's only so far I can get because my hips are kind of jammed together. They don't have the opportunity to open up, push everything out and forwards. So, first thing we're going to be doing, tip number 7, is we're going to rotate the supporting foot. So if you're watching, hopefully you can see that, watching my supporting foot here, they're kind of maybe a little bit V-shaped, maybe perfectly parallel here, so I can deal with leg kicks and everything. But as I kick, just going to do without the kick for now, I'm going to rotate the foot and back. So you could do this just by spinning on the spot. We could take a little step. Bam, there. Little step. Bam. If you start to take too big a step, then either you're starting from a long way away, which gives your enemy a long time to prepare something, or you end up too close, which means that another technique is going to be more beneficial because I can't now get my leg out straight enough to transfer the momentum from my hips. So a little step maybe, but just there. So go here, here. Oh, that table is going to die. Rotate the supporting foot. Next one, we're going to raise up onto the ball of the supporting foot. Raise up like this. So it could be done on its own, keeping my foot kind of where it is, and that helps push my right hip forward, helps push the left hip forwards. Be going here. Yeah, there, that's it. Or it could be done in conjunction with a rotation of the supporting foot here. In fact, if I raise onto the ball of the foot, it's easier to rotate because there's less friction with the floor. I'm not stuck to the floor with my foot. And as you can see, I give myself an extreme challenge here. I've got a concrete floor and bare feet. So yeah, I don't recommend that. Have some nice training mats if you can do, or a lovely wooden floor or something. Some shoes maybe. So, raising up to the ball of the foot, and combine that if you can with turning the supporting foot. So, cool. So the turning of the supporting foot allows me to push forwards, as well as open my hips a little bit more, get some more momentum going on there. Of course, as more of me is going forwards, more of me is going to have to lean back. So there we are, back to the leaning back to counterbalance tip. And maybe I need to adjust where my left arm is going to help me stay on balance and not twist one way or the other. So, what is tip number 9? Now, number 9 is a little more fancy. I'm going to be combining my raising onto the ball of the foot, twisting the supporting leg into kind of a smooth maneuver where I'm going to cover more distance here. So it's a little skip and a hop together, and I combine that with bringing my knee up and leaning back a teeny tiny bit. This could be skipping or sliding forwards. So maybe, I don't recommend that sliding with bare feet on concrete, man. So skipping forwards as I rotate that supporting foot and come up onto the ball of supporting foot while I do everything else. Appreciate this is a lot to take in, but rewatch it, take it step by step, see if you can add one or the other. Make sure you don't forget the previous ones and all that good stuff. So, I'm way out of range here. I'm out of teeping range because my leg isn't long enough to reach my target here, even with raising and twisting. So I need to skip a little bit forwards. Raise it up. Yes, this is a way of getting from out of range to into range. Well out of range, out of teeping range, maybe only if they were charging me down. I want to use this for an attacking shot rather than a defending shot. So I'm going to skip forwards. That's it. There you go. And then everything good from there. Okay, so that was 9 points to help your lead push kick for kickboxing, Muay Thai and Filipino boxing. Hope you found something beneficial out of that. Comment below. Comment below. That's going to stay in. Comment below whether you enjoyed it, or give me a thumbs down if you suck, thumbs up if you like it. Yeah, let's look out for the next video. Cheers.